Have you ever wondered why men are saying they want to be with a nice woman, but the more nice you are to men, the less interested they seem to be? Now the reason for that is because men fall for women who are mean to them, okay? If you're being too nice, you're being just one of all the others. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michaela, and today I want to talk about why men fall in love with mean women and how you can be one of them without being toxic, without losing your feminine side. Let's get into this. First of all, I want you to understand that being mean does not mean that you should yell at a man, you should insult him, you should literally be rude. No, okay? Being mean has nothing to do with actually being mean, okay? If you're confused now, don't be worried. All the answers are coming within the next few minutes. The first point I want to get into is emotional control. Men are addicted to women they cannot control or manipulate emotionally. Believe it or not, every single man is trying to push your buttons to see how much reaction he can get out of you. When he notices that he can actually push your buttons and you will start doing things that you usually wouldn't do, he will know that he has power over you. He has emotional control and power over you, and he will use it to his own benefit, right? He knows that he can push you down the walk within a few seconds, but he knows also that he can make you feel like you're over the moon within a few seconds. Let me tell you, most men are used to women who are adjusting, over-explaining, who are having a lot of emotional reactions to them. If you are being the mean girl, then you won't do that. A mean girl is not reacting to him pulling back. When he's pulling back, he's expecting you to emotionally react and ask him what's going on, why he's quiet, why he's silent, if she did something wrong. But a mean woman, she is not going to react. She's unbothered by him withdrawing for 1-2 days. That's why emotional regulation is so important. You need to know how to emotionally regulate yourself in those situations so you won't spiral from whatever he did or doesn't do. Because you need to know, as the mean woman, you always love yourself a little more than you love him. Doesn't matter if he is the father of your children, if he is your husband, or he is simply someone you date. You need to always love yourself a little more than you would ever love anyone else. So if he disappears for 1 day, you're not reaching out, you're not texting, you're waiting for him to reach out, and then you seem to be so unbothered that you almost didn't even notice that he was gone. Hey, I just saw this, hope your week is going well. You cannot panic when he gets cold, okay? You need to keep your calm under any circumstances. That's why also Slavic girls are being so admired by men, because they are being emotionally cold a little bit. They are unfortunately not showing that much love, but also they're not panicking because they are unbothered. They know that he is not the only man. What they have to do is to stay calm, to stay cold, and if he wants his way back, he needs to prove that he deserves his way back, okay? A man always feels the silence more than any reaction. The less you react to whatever he does, the more interesting you become. The second point is self-esteem, confidence, and boundaries within that confidence. When you have a high self-esteem, means you're confident within your skin, you know what you bring to the table, you know who you are, you know that you are admired by so many other men and he's not the only man. So whenever he is doing something that is out of your boundaries, something that you won't tolerate, you're not going to inconvenience yourself, you're not going to let him step over your boundaries, because you know that's not someone you're going to accept. You have so many more options and you need to sort the men out. Now, when you're confident, you are enforcing your boundaries. You won't accept anyone in your life who doesn't respect you and your boundaries. The thing is that nice women, they think they are going to lose a man by setting boundaries, by enforcing their boundaries, but it's actually the exact opposite. If you are being nice and you are giving away your boundaries, you're letting him step over your boundaries, you're saying more or less, hey, I'm easy, I do not require that much. Do with me whatever you want, and also my word doesn't count anything. If I say, I do not respect you yelling at me, but then you keep yelling at me and there are no consequences, what will you think about me? You will think that my word doesn't mean anything. You can't respect my word, okay? If he raises his voice and you cut the conversation and you say, I don't talk to you in this tone, and you remove yourself immediately from that situation, or you are hanging up the call, then he knows this is a boundary he cannot cross. And if he wants to come back, he needs to apologize and come up with a plan on how to never make this happen again. Otherwise, you are not interested in him. Now, why do men like this? Men like this because the more emotional boundaries you have and set and enforce them, the more he is forced to step up if he truly likes you, okay? I'm not talking about men who are here to play with you, who are here to have you for one night, because obviously these type of men, they will be getting annoyed from your boundaries, from your standards, from your expectations, and they will disappear, which is fine, okay? These type of men, anyways, you don't need in your life, and the earlier you realize that, the earlier you remove them, the more you protect your time. And the most valuable asset in your life is actually your time, and you need to protect your time as much as possible so you don't waste your precious lifetime on things and people who do not deserve it, who are not here for long term, who are not sharing your vision. Now, whenever he is, for example, trying to emotionally dump on you, you're saying, hey, listen, I don't have time for this right now. You are being kind, but you're being unbothered by him trying to push your boundaries, trying to get more of you than what you actually are. You're not his therapist, you're not his mom, you are a woman that he is dating, that he is in a relationship with, that he has married, and you do not fulfill all the other roles. And the more you set those boundaries, the more he's understanding he needs to step up in his masculinity. He needs to regulate himself because you are not going to do it. And a man that sees you as his woman, he would not emotionally dump you. He would not use you as his therapist. He would not want you to mother him because he sees you as the woman that he wants to impress. He does not want to show his worst side of him. If you're truly feminine and in your mean girl era and he's truly interested in spending his life with you or building with you, he doesn't want you to see him in his worst state, okay? And you need to make that clear from the very beginning. You are not here for a short time. You're here with intention, and the intention is to build a union, a relationship, a marriage, and that intention has boundaries, okay? Ultimately, he feels more masculine around you, and of course, a man that feels masculine around you is a man that wants to spend more time with you. The next point I want to get into is about tension and unpredictability. I'm always telling you that men bond through challenge, through risk, through investing time, energy, and effort in a woman. That's how they actually fall in love. Now, when you are the nice woman who is giving everything already from the very beginning, when you are that type of woman who thinks she needs to prove and show that she is worthy of him, he is not going to be interested. He is not going to madly fall in love with you because you are being way too easy, okay? You're also giving a sign of desperation and a sign of he is the only person in your life. He is the only man interested in you. Now, if you're thinking about two ice cream shops where one has a lot of people waiting in front. You're going to think this must be a really special ice cream shop, and you're going to take your time and effort to wait in line to get the ice cream from that shop. In comparison to the other shop that might have actual better ice cream, but there is no waiting line, okay? You're going to think this must be a bad ice cream shop. This ice cream can't be as good as the others because there is nobody waiting in front. Now in dating, that's nothing else. When he thinks that you have so many options, that you're being a desired woman on the market, he is going to be more interested in you, and he will want to invest more time and effort in you to win you over. And again, the more he invests, the more he likes you. The more effort, time, money, gifts, whatever he invests, the less likely he is going to let you go. Now, how you do that is by simply not being 100% accessible all the time, and also being a bit distant, but not 100% distant and cold. It must be the balance between being soft and sweet and being distant. Example, he sends you a message after your first date. He says he had such a great time and he can't wait to see you again. You, as the mean woman, reply a bit distant but warm with a "I had a nice time too." Nothing more, nothing else. Not another text, let it sit and let it wait. Or when he's asking very personal questions too early for you, that you simply do not want to share yet, get rid of that thought that if you don't share it, you will disappoint him. You need to think, do I really want to share that? And also, how can I make this be a little bit unpredictable? And you say something like, I will share more when I feel more comfortable. That's it. This creates slightly tension, slightly unpredictability, and this is going to make him feel alive. This is activating his hunter instinct, and he will want to pursue even more. Keep in mind, this is not a game, this is self-respect, okay? That's why it's so important that you have high self-esteem, high self-confidence, so you're automatically setting high boundaries, setting high standards, and setting high expectations. The fourth point I want to get into is to make him feel like you are out of his league. As I already mentioned in the previous point, when he knows or he thinks that you have many more options, that you are so admired and desired by others, he will want you even more. You actually need to have more options to choose. You cannot focus on only one man, okay? It's very unlikely that when you're focusing on one man, that you are able to turn off your emotions thinking with your logical brain. Mean women, they think with their logical brain as long as possible. And having options is making that more easy. If you have very high standards, only having options will make it possible for you to actually choose someone that fulfills your standards and expectations. Now, if he is a man that, for example, doesn't pull your chair, then he should be already out, because that should be one of your standards, that he is a gentleman. And the more you sort men out, the more you also give to understand to other men, hey, I have so many options, but I'm sorting them out like I wouldn't have any emotions because I want someone that meets my standards. Now these eligible men that you are dating are trying to meet your standards. They are not playing around because they know that you will be sorting them out if they're not treating you the way you want to be treated. Also, this helps you to be a bit more detached. If you are dating more men at the same time without sleeping with them, okay, then you are being more unbothered and more detached by whatever one man is doing. Let's say he's canceling last minute. You are detached and you know that you have options. You can simply go out with your girls, you can go out with another man, you do not rely on him. But he has still the chance to prove himself that he is worthy of you. The next point is self-sufficiency. As I already mentioned, mean women are not really mean. They simply have their own life going on and they are more unbothered. So whatever makes you be more unbothered, whatever helps you to be detached is part of what makes you be the mean woman, okay? Now, if you're self-sufficient, that means that you have your own life going on, you have your friends, you have your hobbies, you have your job or your business or your projects. You are busy with your own life. So whenever he's canceling last minute, whenever he's doing something that is not aligned with your standards and expectations, you have it easy to do something else, regulate your emotions, to not react to his absence. You do not rely on his attention, you do not rely on his money, effort, love. You don't rely on anything that he gives you because you are self-sufficient in all areas of your life, okay? Everything that he gives you is a bonus because that's the standard you set for yourself, but not because you need it to survive, you need it to be happy, you need it to be the best version of yourself. And here it's also very important to differentiate needing a man and needing a man, okay? A man wants to feel needed by you. He wants you to ask him for help, to ask him to get things done for you. He wants to feel needed, yes, but he doesn't want to feel like the source of your happiness, your financial situation, your confidence, because then he knows he's in control of it. You never want to make a man feel like he's in control of any aspect of your life because, believe me or not, he's going to use it for his own benefit, okay? All men are doing that. It's simple human psychology. If you know that you're in control of something, of course, you're going to use it for your own benefit. If you love a man and you know you can control him to stay with you, even though he might doesn't want to stay with you, you're going to use it and he is going to use it too. So you do not want ever to make him feel like he is in control of any aspect of your life, and that's why you need to be self-sufficient in all of these areas, okay? Meaning that your life does not collapse without him. And then a man senses that you are not bargaining for his attention, you are not settling for crumbs, you're simply having your standards, and he is either meeting your standards and expectations or he is not, and you're going to find someone who will. Keep in your mind, men fall harder for women who always choose themselves over a relationship. You always need to love yourself a little more than you love him or your relationship, okay? And the last point, a woman who is mean is reciprocating whatever the man brings to the table. When a man brings inconsistency, she is going to be unavailable. When he withdraws, she stops engaging. When he disrespects a boundary, she is distancing. See, this actually has nothing to do with being mean, but so much to do with self-respect. When you respect yourself enough to not let any malbehavior of a man slide, to not let any inconsistency or any kind of behavior that doesn't reflect your expectations and standards in a man. You do not threaten or lecture him or explain to him how he should treat you right. You are simply responding with your absence. A mean woman is always responding with absence instead of trying to explain to a man how to treat her right. This teaches a man that your time is a privilege and not something that is guaranteed no matter what he is doing. Some women think when they are lashing out, when they are screaming, yelling, when they are threatening, they are punishing a man, but it's not, okay? Men live off your energy, and whenever you are present with them, whenever you talk to them, if good or bad, whenever you pour energy into him or the relationship and connection, he is driving off it, then this is not a punishment for him. He is still being rewarded with your presence. The only way you can kind of punish a man, set boundaries, and make it clear what you will accept and what you won't accept is by removing your presence. You need to remove your energy, attention, and effort from a man to make him realize that he had done wrong. I get so often the question on my Instagram page, women asking me if their man will ever change. That he says he's going to change, he's going to do things differently. But I'm always telling you ladies, yes, everyone is capable of changing themselves, their lives, their behaviors, their values, their desires, etc. But not with you on his side. A man is never going to change with a woman's presence on his side, okay? The only thing that he understands when you are on his side is that it's actually not so bad. The effort that he is giving right now is fine because you are still there. You can explain, complain, talk, teach, lecture him as much as you want. He's not going to understand until you leave. That's why the mean woman is actually not mean. She simply knows how to respect her and she knows when to remove her presence and attention from a man. Not because she wants to play games, but because she knows what she deserves and tolerates and what she doesn't. Anyways, guys, I hope this could help. And if you want to know exactly what to do, when to do, how to set boundaries, which boundaries to set, and how to spot a true provider man, download my ebook, The Queen Treatment. Link is below. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I see you in my next video. Bye bye.